My name is Carlin, and even now, whenever I think about that night, I get chills. About 2 years ago, I moved to the city looking for work. After weeks of searching, I finally landed a job at a call center. I was excited, but there was one thing that bothered me. The building was located far outside the city, in an old, isolated area. My first shift was scheduled for the night. I left my apartment later than I should have, and because it was so late, none of the taxi drivers wanted to take me that far. With no other option, I decided to walk. The road was completely deserted. A cold wind blew through the empty street, and darkness surrounded me on all sides. It felt like nobody had used that road in years. After walking for a while, I heard the sound of a vehicle approaching from behind. When I turned around, I saw a car slowly making its way toward me. I raised my hand, hoping to get a ride. The car stopped beside me. The windows were dark, and the inside was almost impossible to see. I leaned closer and asked, "Could you take me to the call center up ahead?" There was no response. A few seconds later, the passenger door slowly swung open on its own. I felt uneasy, but I got in anyway. The inside of the car was so dark that I couldn't even make out the driver's face. I tried asking his name. No answer. Then I noticed something. There was a dark figure sitting in the driver's seat. The moment I saw it, a wave of fear hit me. Trying to stay calm, I said, "You can let me out here. I'll walk the rest of the way." The car kept moving. I asked again. Still nothing. The vehicle wasn't going very fast, and I started considering jumping out. Before I could, the car suddenly came to a stop. I immediately reached for the door handle. It wouldn't open. My heart started pounding. I kept pulling at the handle over and over until suddenly the door unlocked. I jumped out and ran. After sprinting for what felt like forever, I looked back. The car was gone. Completely gone. A few minutes later, I finally saw the call center building and rushed inside. The place looked abandoned. Spider webs hung from the walls, furniture was broken, and only 2 employees seemed to be working there. I walked up to them and asked, "Does nobody clean this place?" Neither of them answered. Feeling uncomfortable, I went to my desk and tried to focus on work. Then the office phone rang. I picked it up. "Hello?" Silence. Then a voice spoke. "I'll give you a ride home in my car." A cold chill ran through my entire body. I immediately hung up. A few minutes later, the phone rang again. My hands were shaking as I answered. Before I could say anything, the same voice whispered, "Come outside. I'm waiting for you." I slammed the phone down. Panicking, I went looking for the 2 employees. They were gone. At that exact moment, every light in the building shut off. The entire call center was swallowed by darkness. I ran. I burst through the front door and sprinted toward the road. After running for several minutes, exhaustion forced me to stop. Then I saw headlights behind me. Another car. It pulled up beside me. This time, I could clearly see the driver. He looked like an ordinary man in his 50s. Seeing him made me feel a little safer, so I got in. For a while, everything seemed normal. Then I asked him his name. No response. I asked again. Nothing. Slowly, a smile spread across his face. Something about it felt wrong. Very wrong. Suddenly, the interior light went out. The car was plunged into darkness. At the same moment, the vehicle began accelerating. Faster and faster. I begged him to stop. He ignored me. Terrified, I threw myself out of the moving car. The impact was brutal. Everything went black. When I finally opened my eyes again, I was lying in a hospital bed. A doctor stood beside me. He looked concerned. Then he said something I'll never forget. "The road where they found you." He paused. "Years ago, a man was killed there in a terrible car accident." And that's when I realized I may have ridden in his car twice that night.